championship. And he took off further inside than he did the last time, but it's still a spectacular dunk.
King James, the chosen one. The Black Cat, Air Jordan. There are countless videos comparing these two, but this video is going to take a different approach, which you probably haven't seen yet. Both of these players are amazing, but when compared to each other, which one comes out on top? What makes a player extraordinary? Well, let's define it. Extraordinary. Webster's dictionary defines it as going beyond what is usual, regular, or customary. Another way to say this is which player stands out most against their peers. We're going to compare how each athlete stacks up individual and team achievements against other players that played during the same years to see which one stands out the most. We will evaluate categories like MVPs, All-Star appearances, first-team NBA selections, NBA championships, and many more. So let's start out with some individual stat achievements. Assist title is the player that led the league in assists for a certain year. We know LeBron can pass, but how does he compare to other players during his career? There were multiple players who led the league multiple times, including Steve Nash and Chris Paul at 5 seasons. Adding in LeBron, who won the title just once, and you see that LeBron makes the list but does not stand out in this category. However, Jordan never achieved this in his entire career, so we will move on to Defensive Player of the Year. This is an award that defines the dominance a player has on often overlooked defensive end of the court. There were a few two-time winners during Jordan's career, and when you add him to the mix, you see he ranks just below the leaders. LeBron has never won this award. What about steals titles? This achievement also displays dominance on defense. Alvin Robertson led the Jordan era with 3 titles, and when you add MJ in, you see that he is right at the top, leading the league 3 times in this category. LeBron has never won the steals title, so now we will move on to achievements that apply to both Jordan and LeBron. Scoring, one of the single most important parts of the game of basketball. I mean, the game is about which team can score the most, so that makes this category pretty important. Kevin Durant has won this title 4 times during LeBron's career, and adding in LeBron, you will see that he comes in at the bottom of this list with winning this title only once. Compare that to Jordan's era, and there are no players that won the award more than once. That is without including Jordan, who won this award in astonishing 10 straight seasons. How about All-Star seasons, which brings longevity into the argument? Kevin Durant once again leads this list during LeBron's career, but even Durant's stellar 14 seasons is no comparison to LeBron's unbelievable 20 straight seasons. LeBron's rookie year was the only one in which he was not an All-Star. During Jordan's reign, Hakeem Olajuwon and Karl Malone were an All-Star for 10 seasons, but once you add Jordan's 14 seasons, he once again leads the list. In fact, Jordan made the All-Star team every year he was eligible for his entire career. And how did each player perform during his All-Star appearances? Kobe won the All-Star MVP 3 times during LeBron's time frame, and adding in LeBron, he matches Kobe's 3 wins. During Jordan's time frame, Magic and Malone each won the All-Star MVP twice, but yet again, adding in Jordan's 3 All-Star MVPs, he tops out this list. Let's go back to the defensive side of the court and look at first-team defensive teams. Kobe and Chris Paul top out LeBron's seasons at 7 apiece, and adding in LeBron does not change the top end, as LeBron only had 4 seasons being first-team defensive. To no surprise, Dennis Rodman leads Jordan's seasons with 6 first-team selections, as he won one of the best defenders of all time. But amazingly, Jordan racked up 9 straight first-team defensive selections to stand out amongst his peers. How about first-team All-NBA selections? Kobe once again notches the top spot at 9 seasons, but LeBron leapfrogs ahead as he earns this honor a remarkable 13 seasons. Karl Malone earns the top spot during Jordan's era at 8 seasons, but Jordan stands atop the pedestal alone at 10 seasons during his era. MVP, the Most Valuable Player Award. One of the most coveted individual awards you can earn. Surprisingly, the Joker leads LeBron's seasons with 3, and they have all come in the last few years. Adding in LeBron, and he once again jumps to the top with 4 seasons. Magic Johnson had 3 seasons where he was selected MVP, but adding in Jordan at 5 seasons once again proves his dominance over the league during his era. And now on to the reason we play sports. That is to win NBA championships. During LeBron's reign, Curry has 4 and Duncan comes in with 3 titles. Adding in LeBron's 4 championships, which ties Curry's, shows he is right up there when talking about team success during his reign. During Jordan's reign, Kareem and Magic top out the list with 3, but when you add in Jordan's unprecedented back-to-back three-peats, his 6 championships dwarfs his competitors. And during those championship runs, just who was the bus driver propelling his team to victory? Kobe, Durant, and Kawhi all won 2 Finals MVPs during LeBron's seasons. LeBron doubles each of these with 4 Finals MVPs, proving he was the main guy for each of his title runs. Jordan's seasons looked a little different in no player winning more than 1 Finals MVP, so adding in Jordan's ridiculous 6 Finals MVPs, which is an all-time record, shows MJ was completely on a different level than all his competitors. Now that we reviewed all these categories, let's do a player-to-player comparison. We will use a comparison ratio for each player where we take Jordan and LeBron's achievements divided by the average of his peers. An example would be for scoring titles, which LeBron has 1 title divided by his average of his peers, which is 2.6. The result is a comparison ratio of 0.4. So, reviewing each category with LeBron's ratio in blue and Jordan's in orange, you can see how each player stacks up. There is a very common theme in almost every category in that Jordan ranks higher than LeBron. In fact, only in first-team All-NBA selections does LeBron edge out Jordan. And there are a few categories where Jordan crushes LeBron. Scoring titles, he leads by a factor of 10, and in championship and finals MVPs, he leads by doubling and even tripling LeBron's accomplishments. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Going beyond what is usual, regular, or customary. When comparing LeBron to Jordan, it is very clear that there is no comparison. While LeBron has dominated the NBA for many seasons, there are a lot of his peers that have performed just as well or better during his reign. Jordan, on the other hand, was so far above his peers, there was never a discussion on who was the best player because everyone knew it was MJ. It was that way in the 80s and the 90s, and it is still that way today. There is only one player who so heavily tips the scales in favor and claims the title of GOAT, greatest of all time. And that player is 23, Air Jordan. Please let me know what you think of this analysis in the comments, and please hit that subscribe button and watch some of my other videos. As always, thanks for watching.